All right, for our viewers at home, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your film.
All right, so I'm Nora Lakos. I'm the director and co-writer of the film titled Cream, and this is a romantic comedy with in a fairy tale coat. It's actually with some French touch. It's European. At the same time, it has a unique production design, and it's a story about a pastry shop girl who is about to lose her pastry shop, and for that, her only chance is to enter to a so-called love laboratory where couples are examined and tested if they were strong enough to stay together for a long time. Otherwise, they would not invest money in their businesses. So, because she's a single one, she has to fake a husband and a kid. And finally, she enters to this competition, and she meets other couples, and she learns a lot about real relationships, and she just has to let all her kind of fake vision of romantic life and relationship that is based on films and love songs.
Where did the inspiration for this film come from?
Actually, the original writer is Frugina Fekete, and a producer who I worked with many other films, just called me that there is a first draft, so we started to work together. And actually, the story comes from Frugina's private life that her boyfriend just left her, and the story starts like that, and then she has to find some solution on that, and she's really mad about cooking and doing beautiful pastries, and then we just went on this story, and there is another reference that we use, that is the Gotham Institution, that yeah, it's an American psychologist. He's doing tests with couples, and that was really interesting, and he really runs a love laboratory, and she states that after like 5 minutes he can tell if a couple would stay together or not, and that was an interesting starting point for the love laboratory.
Such a wonderful film. You know, you have great characters, but what I really loved about this film was the music. I mean, at the hour and 4 minute mark, a lot of American moviegoers would recognize My Baby Loves Loving by the British group The White
Yeah.
Plains.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the music, because I think the music is a character within itself, but I think the music helps tell the story. And so tell us a little bit about the music and why you picked certain songs.
All right. So there's the whole music, the dramaturgical arc of the music follows the story as arc as well, of course. And as the protagonist starts from a very romantic kind of Emily kind of feelings, and then through some black, jazzy, dirty stuff, we go to a contemporary music. It shows her journey as well, and with Adam Bolange, who is the composer, we agreed first that we matched different instruments to different characters, and the main protagonist had this because she's romantic and very feminine, piano and violin, and then we went. There is another girl, the secretary of the lab laboratory, who loves chansons, and then there is the evil one who knows everything, the psychologist. He has a kind of like Twin Peaks kind of jazzy feeling, and then of course the kid who is desperately in love with a teenager girl but never can get her, has a very nice song that is just evolving and unfolds at the end of the story. So we've been working like this, and also there were Lisa Ekdahl, who is a Swedish singer, who I found and loved her songs, and because it's like light-hearted, it's jazzy at the same time, contemporary, and then really goes really fit to the whole production design and feeling of the film and all that. And luckily, we could convince her to be like a featured uh, artist in our film. And then, of course, we had the White Palms that I just loved for like 20 years, and I just felt that because there is this cheating moment of the film, and then it just felt so well, the lyrics, and I love the song as well, and then we were lucky enough to get it.
It was such the scene, you know, where the two girls are driving in the car, the music starts playing, you know, the white planes, and then she gets out of the car and the guy gets up from the table. I mean, it's just it fits so well. I mean, congratulations on because a lot of films just throw music in randomly and all the music fits so well like a glove. The other thing that I really love.
I just wanted to add this because that scene, yeah, I love this scene because I really love scenes when there is no dialogue in it. And actually, it's a very important scene because, you know, these two people who really had a big fight, and then they get together and appears that, okay, they still love each other and can forgive each other and all that. And they do the whole thing without a word, and with the music that really just helps to understand the whole story and the whole situation. Yeah.
It's such a wonderful scene. I've watched it multiple times, and it makes the movie. It really does. It glues it together. Um, Also, too, your locations. Tell me a little bit about your locations because the locations are perfect as well.
Yeah, actually, it's really funny because originally in the script it was a completely different location imagined. Actually, a little lake, and around the lake there were small wooden houses, and all the couples should live separately because they all have secrets, and just we didn't want them to hear even, you know, sneaking through the wall and all that, any words. But we couldn't find any of that because everybody booked their holidays like in January, or it wasn't fit to the concept. So finally, after like really like months of location search, scout, we found this avant-garde, crazy castle thing with a big garden, and there were so many different locations in itself, so we could really shot almost all the film there. So like 20 days we were shooting there. And also it turned out that the owner of the house was the ex-student of my mother. That that
Small
was,
world.
yeah, it was like that's fate. We need to shoot this film here, and yeah, it's beautiful. We painted all the walls differently and all that, but actually, it's elegant at the same time. It's a bit quirky. It's it's beautiful, and so yeah, I felt in love at first sight of this
I
location.
mean, it's so timeless. I mean, the whole the you know your locations are so timeless. I mean, it can. I think this film's going to live a long time, honestly, because of the music and the jazz influence, but also too, just the locations are so timeless. I know we're a little bit out of time. Lastly, what is the website for the film? Where can we follow this film's successes?
Now, actually, on Facebook, it's Hub because it's the Hungarian title of the film. It's HAB, and on Instagram, and actually, it doesn't have an own website. So on social
So we'll
media.
just find it on Facebook and follow you guys.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of the day.
No, thank you. Bye.